Denzel, I'm putting your teacher on the spot. What's the 3 branches of government? Look, y'all, we here, our second pizza party. We at Thurgood Marshall Middle School, and I have a good friend of mine, you know, Don
Hello,
Diener.
hello.
Say what's up, Don.
What's up?
And so, ironically, it just came together that, you know, Don was the former public defender here in Davidson County in Nashville. She created the Choosing Justice Initiative, but we're at Thurgood Marshall Middle School, and Don happened to just be, you know, former public defender, attorney, all of those things. It makes sense, right? It makes sense.
Right.
And so, how you feeling?
Feeling good. I'm ready to go, like, have some fun and have some pizza and teach some kids some good things.
Yeah, and I got to get the pizza. Like, it's in my car. Well, they're gonna have a good time, they're gonna learn, and then again, like, what kids don't like pizza? And the whole idea is like just to continue to give them proximity to community leaders that doing different things. You just never know. This might have a future
public defender in here.
Thank you. Hey, how y'all doing? Now we here for the pizza party for Mr. Denzel Brown's class. And so we waiting for the kids to come in here. Had to pull them out the cafeteria, and so, you know, they in middle school, Thurgood Marshall. You know, they got a good view, you know. We got Denzel right here. What's going on, man? You doing all right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Brown, I gotta make sure I be informed, Mr. Brown. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Y'all doing good? Man, we got a surprise for y'all, man. We need a little more enthusiasm. What's up? Yeah, there's some energy. Dang, you know. They too cool. They too cool for school. What's up? What's up, man? What's going on? Y'all doing good? Y'all doing good? Y'all feeling all right? Yeah. You said no. Why you ain't feeling good? You don't like what? You don't like pictures? I mean, this ain't no pictures, video. Y'all having a good Friday? Yeah. Y'all ready for the weekend? Y'all know why we here? Yeah. Why? To eat? Well, man, we ain't got no food for y'all, man. To give us pizza. Well, all right, so y'all ready for this pizza party? Yeah. Have y'all been to Slimmer Huskies before? No, yes? Long time, one time? Y'all like them? Yeah, y'all better say. So look, we got something real special for y'all today, all right? My name is Jerome Moore. You can just call me Mr. J. Y'all teacher, Mr. Denzel Brown, he said y'all deserve this pizza party. He said y'all care about community. Is that right? All right, cool. Well, who can tell me what community means to them? Government. Means government. Okay, that's one. What?
Mean like a group of people.
A group of people. Is community good or bad? Good. Are y'all a part of community? Yes. Do y'all pour into y'all community? Yes. How y'all pour into y'all community? What you do to give back? About working? Picking up the trash. So look, we got another special guest for y'all. All right. So look, we're gonna get out these pizza and chips and everything. And then we're going to introduce another special guest to y'all. All right, that sound good? Yeah. All right, cool.
Where can we find the video?
It's going to be on YouTube. We're going to put this deep dish conversations.
What do y'all say, though, for him bringing y'all lunch?
You welcome. No, thank you. No, thank you. Thank y'all. And y'all make sure y'all thank y'all teacher, Mr. Brown. He the one that said y'all deserve this pizza party, all right? Is the pizza good? Is it good? It's good, thumbs up. I'm bringing in a special guest, okay? And she got some more gifts for y'all. Don't be getting pizza crust all over your face and sauce all over your mouth and nose, all right? You don't want to be on YouTube looking crazy.
Wait, what?
Come on, Don, let's go. Let's give her a hand of applause. Let's go, hey.
How y'all doing today? How's the pizza? Yeah?
And so look, Don is gonna take over the show now, right? She's gonna tell you a little bit about what she does. You know, if y'all got any questions, anything, this is for y'all too to ask questions, okay? And so enjoy your pizza, and then I'll be here too, you know, to tease y'all if I need to, all right? All right, I'm turning it over to you, Don.
All right, thanks, Jerome. Thanks. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Dawn, and you can see us right out there on my shirt so you won't forget it. So I'm a lawyer. How many of y'all know lawyers? Got a couple people know a lawyer?
Morgan and Morgan.
Well, today I was going to talk to you a little bit about being a lawyer and what that's been like for me, a little bit about how I got to be a lawyer and what I've done and what you can do if you want to be a lawyer. Thurgood Marshall was a lawyer. What did he do as a lawyer?
So I don't really know specifically, but I know he did good things as a lawyer, and he was the first African American to be on the Supreme Court.
That's right. You know a lot about Thurgood Marshall. Yeah, all right, good job. Anybody else know what Thurgood Marshall did while he was a lawyer? He fought for fairness for everybody, right? But especially for African American people in our country, huh? And he did that in the courtrooms. Is there anybody in here who thinks they might want to be a lawyer one day? Maybe? Oh, we got one. Well, let me tell you a little bit about how I became a lawyer. I'm not from here. I'm from New Jersey. I grew up there, and then I went off to New York City to go to college, because you got to go to college to become a lawyer. How many of y'all think you're going to go to college when you leave here? Planning on it. Yeah, maybe? Yeah. All right, so I went to college in New York City, and then I left there and I went to Washington, D.C. to go to law school. Has anybody ever been to Washington, D.C.? You people? Okay. But what is Washington, D.C.? What's in Washington, D.C.?
The White House.
The White House, that's right. What else is in Washington, D.C.? That's where our government is. I think I heard somebody say earlier when Jerome asked, what's community about? Somebody said government, right? So that's one place where our community is. There's a lot of lawyers in Washington, D.C., and that's where the United States Supreme Court is, where Thurgood Marshall sat on the Supreme Court and did his good work. Let's talk a little bit about what you know about what lawyers here do. Who knows what a public defender is? Public defender. That's what I did. When I became a lawyer, I became a public defender. Yes, sir?
I think that's when the opponent is trying to call them guilty or something, and then the defendant is the one trying to clear themselves.
That's right. And what does the public defender do? Who does the public defender help? So if you get in trouble and you get arrested and you can't afford a lawyer, the public defender represents you. They go to court with you and they fight for you. Anybody know why you get a public defender?
Since you can't afford a lawyer, they give you a lawyer to fight for you.
Yes. And do you happen to know which United States Supreme Court justice was involved in the decision to make sure that poor people could get a lawyer in cases like that? Thurgood Marshall, you sure are right. Thurgood Marshall. I thought you said you didn't say anything now. I need y'all to speak up. There's prizes involved with answers. If you get answers right, there's prizes involved. So that's what I spent most of my time doing when I first became a lawyer. I was a public defender. I did that for a very long time, and then I got so good at it that I became the head of the office. I became in charge of everybody, all the public defenders in Nashville, and making sure that we were doing a good job to help people. And then I left there, and I started another organization that I called Choosing Justice Initiative. Who's heard the word justice before? What's justice mean to you? I heard Jerome ask you what community means. What's justice mean to you?
A right or something?
A right? Okay, I like that answer. You want to pick one out in there? Chocolate chip, chocolate Oreo?
Thank you.
All right. So what does justice mean? What's justice mean to you?
That just means, like, let's say somebody gets accused of something, maybe a lawyer or a public defender may help them or prove that they did not do that. That's justice.
That's justice. I love that answer. I love that answer. Here, go ahead and get you one. Yeah, what's justice mean to you?
Fighting for something that's important.
Oh, that's a great answer. Fighting for something that's important. Here, you want to pick one out? What about choosing? What does it mean to choose something?
They so distracted by the peach and the chips. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? They can't focus on justice right now.
Why does it feel so good to be able to choose something?
Because if you're able to choose for yourself, then nobody will be able to tell you what to do. And choosing, to me, is having freedom to yourself.
Yeah, that's a great answer. It's freedom for yourself, right? Does being able to choose make you feel like you have some power? Choosing the sports you like, yeah. So when I started this organization, Choosing Justice Initiative, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to give people a place in our community here in Nashville where when something bad had happened to them or they had some trouble in their life and they felt they needed justice, that they could have a place where they could choose what they wanted, where they could be part of trying to get justice for themselves.
Do y'all know what college y'all want to go to yet? I went to Middle Tennessee State, MTSU, the best college in the state. The best college in the state, the MTSU. What college do you want to go to?
Alabama.
You want to go to Alabama? Okay.
Okay, now why is that your choice? Why you like Alabama?
My grandma, she loved
Alabama.
All right. So there's reasons we like things, that we choose things, huh?
My college that I will go to is TSU because my family went to TSU and they said it was a good college to go to.
What college was that?
TSU.
Make sure he hears.
All right, well, you know, hopefully TSU got a little money left to take you in when you get to that point. I know at MTSU, you know, we got enough room and space and, you know, and funds.
Now, see, look, we all in community here, but some people are disagreeing about some stuff, aren't they?
Well, look, and then she bring out a whole carpet.
All day, every day, always representing Lane College of Jackson, Tennessee. I'm one of Bishop's kids and a former Miss Lane College 1997, Tanisha King Tony.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here for it.
One of the reasons that I like
how much
being a
money
lawyer
do lawyers
is that I
make?
like to argue with people. Yes.
How much money does the lawyer make?
Oh gosh. So doing this kind of work, none. None. The organization that I have is what's called a nonprofit. Anybody ever heard of a nonprofit? A nonprofit means that I don't make money off of people, but I raise money to try to help people. And I raise money because people give us contributions to try to help people.
And so, you know, in the beginning, we talked about community, right? And so community, how they can support Dawn and her work is by making financial contributions, right? So if I'm a person that have a lot of resources and a lot of money and I want to help people that may be involved in our criminal legal system, I can say, hey, Don, I have this $20 or it can be $20,000 that I would like to donate so you can help people that I care about but necessarily don't have the expertise to help. And so when we talk about community, that's how Don gives back to our community every day through our criminal legal system. Because everybody can't afford a big time attorney, right? Everybody can't afford just legal defense in general, but Don provides a service through her organization to be able to support and give back in our community that way.
That's right. That's how we work together. We can't all do all the same thing. Like they called me because they didn't know how to defend somebody in a criminal case, but I did. Clearly I did, didn't I? Yes? What's your question?
So when parents says that lawyers are like one of the best jobs that you could choose,
Well, other lawyers make a lot of money. The kind of law that I chose, I don't make a lot of money at it. But so I've handled some cases where the other side had to pay my bill. And when the other side had to pay my bill when I won, they had to pay me $500 an hour. That's a lot of money, huh? Now that got paid to my nonprofit. I didn't get to pocket it. So this is my logo. That's my CJI T-shirt. And there's a quote on the back of it. We're going to talk about the quote. It says, when you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, you have to speak up. You have to say something, you have to do something. By John Lewis. So the first big question, and I'm going to be really impressed. Who knows who John Lewis is?
Writer.
Good guess, but no. Sort of. I guess he did
Technically,
write. Technically he did.
he is an author.
Because he did, didn't he do the illustrated comic books? Yeah. I got 2 of these, so I'm going to give you one. It's a Sonic gift card for $10. Who else thinks they might know who John Lewis is?
It's gonna take them forever to figure out who John Lewis is, if they ever get it. But shout out to John Lewis, you know what I'm saying? He's a Nashville legend.
What are 3 branches of government? Do you know?
Hold on, I'm gonna let y'all know how difficult even adults may not know the 3 branches of government. Denzel, I'm putting your teacher on the spot. What's the 3 branches of government?
Executive, legislative, and judicial.
Oh, okay. He don't get no gift card, but I had to test him.
So executive is the president in the White House, right? Judicial is the United States Supreme Court, right? So what's the legislative? We have senators there, and we have representatives there. John Lewis was a U.S. representative. So I got one more question. Does anybody know how many justices are on the United States Supreme Court?
12.
Nope, that's the number of jurors.
Think about it. Don't just throw out an answer.
5.
I was talking to Kaden.
8.
Nope.
Kaden, right there.
9.
Who said 9?
Me.
Yeah, that's right. It is 9. So why do we think it's 9? What is that, an even or an odd number? Odd. So can there ever be a tie vote? You know, the justices vote for their decisions in a case. Can there ever be a tie vote with 9 people? It's designed to be an odd number so that there's not going to be ties. All right. Well, you got that right. You get a T-shirt.
Oh, you get some drip, you get some merch. Oh.
What did you say?
When I was like in 3rd grade, I made a a project about him on Black History.
On Thurgood Marshall?
No,
On John Lewis?
no, John Lewis.
Oh, he's one of my heroes. All right, I need one last final trivia question. One big one. Yeah, think thoughts?
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
Let's go. It should be easy. Let's see if they was paying attention.
Okay.
What is the name of Don's organization? Let me see that. And y'all should have been listening. What is the name of Don's organization? They wasn't listening. They weren't paying attention. See, y'all got kids. Pay more attention. Listen.
Said, and what was the second word? Choosing Justice. You said justice? All right. Choosing Justice Initiative. That's it. And this young man right here, you get these.
Oh. All right.
See, hold it up, man. What you get?
Got some water shooters.
Yeah, you be ready for the summertime, for the pool parties. All right. Hey, let's give Don a big round of applause.
Thank you all for being here.
Thank you. You know?
Thanks for letting me come and visit with you.
Yeah. All right, so look, can we get a photo? Can we get a group photo? Yeah. Squeeze in.
He got a whole YouTube page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many subscribers does he have?
I don't know. You have to ask him.
Squeeze in.
Ask him. Jerome, this young man wants to know how many subscribers you have on your
Thousands.
Thousands?
Thousands. A lot. Thousands.
He's a big deal.
Thousands. Now you're going to be a big deal. Deep Dish Conversation. Yep. Appreciate y'all. Let's give Don one more hand. Thurgood Marshall, y'all got a good teacher right here, all right? Denzel, man. He's doing great things over here, man. That's a wrap, man. Another pizza party in the books. Thurgood Marshall. Had a good time, learned about justice and community. They learned some nuggets and they learned they gotta listen, you know what I'm saying? You miss out on some prizes if you don't listen, all right?
They're great. That's a great class, great teachers, great school.
You have a good time? You got your pizza?
I did.
Don got a pizza?
I'm on the run. I need some food. I haven't eaten anything in like 3 days. I don't have time to stop and eat. So
This the carbs that you need to give you the energy.
going,
But look, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
And if you're a community leader out there, regardless of what you do, if you want to be a part of something like this, you want to come spend time with our youth, with our future, regardless of what you do, you know, want to show how you pour back into the community, come do what Don did. You know, come tell them about what you do, tell them about how you pour into the community, share some pieces, share some advice, give them some information, give them something to think about that they may be not thinking about right now, or maybe they are and just don't have anybody to ask the right questions to yet. And so, Don, we really appreciate you. And y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow, and sign up for those pizza parties.
Yeah.
We're going all over the world. We might come to your school next. You never know. Thank you, Don.
Thank you. Take care.
Oh, for sure. You too.